Yeda nyame ase ene so de ache na domara kwa ene August ne de toso aduenu. And welcome to the Ultimate TV Breakfast Show, Badwam on Adom TV, Multi TV. So, Dr. Nanaya Brefo Danso Atenase, my queen, with the man Hene Kwabna Santi. If he said make up him say no kono ebo, ye na I said ye say ebeboa na ya dwena o man Ghana ho na akudum pempen so a ese se edu. I'm sure so I cried so ni betwisa anamono. Ye gina eye Yewura Kofi Ampedu ne ntaban kese ne so ably supported by Sarah, Dominic, Akufuado, Anafe, a FIBA, camera, sound, lighting, stage for makeup for like I said, the BBS, Baba, the Ultimate TV Breakfast Show. So, Nanamachi. Ukretu to me, the NV to Jumano, Apia Stadium, Miami Krum, ni Precope, Minia Precope, also the Mamma to form. Anti, Nanu Fiada. Na na masonai
makaya na ntika o se yanka kira jo mahama say eye no no da ebe ye nti ye ntu na nkra
no only choice
we kura no jo only choice ase o ya ye ni ade papa bai na o hwe ne ba say akoda so so da ma me chop money ma me ni say no so ne na mo sa de ye no jo that is bad na daddy very bad. Into appear saying you're ready. A year in the end, so now say bam to start it. The first kind of.
So 1 week celebration of the late Oba Penny Rebecca Boachi, 95 years. Wow. 30th of August 2018. Omiami Krum of Kenya, number 1. 6 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Appear Stadium, Mamma.
Appear Stadium, Mamma. Ebe kwako. What's the name of you?
Oh, what's the pa? Now, Nipa Bakwa. Look, the man really, or you'll be very humble.
Yeah.
Now, we cry to us what the boy, papa. No, Biana, Assemble say, I would miss said I can't invitation, so I can't was say, Mummy. So, be all Mundi or Mano was happy as to them, you were the phone before was I or crack. And former chief of staff. And the former chief of staff, here are Julius Deborah, and I watch here. Weekend and a company mamma crab break. Mamma, your mistake, and any year will trade fair, near the Abba State House. Near a year will trade fair, yet the Abba State House. The Senti or Chimwan and say, Adia, a year no air basso, na or home invitation in the Grammy. Very nice invitation. Madam Kate Opokuya Deborah, Madam Kate Opokuya Deborah, former chief of staff, and the mamma, and on our tree, what Chimwan say, Adia, a fras, a August, many day, neither also do nunum. Memene da we were forecourt of the State House so de ne beto mpem ahomachi anapa no so aba pause meduasa kopem se ebebo no nkro na afei de ofusum na hyehyɛ so na so wan kwantema hu no bi no nkro aba pause medunum du baako na so mawie akopɛ no krabre na wo mu wi ala se ne kwasi adanda asesom ne beba so suhum presby suhum presby church anapa no nkro aba pause meduasa nti mesra wo na watwe awie yi wo a wo ye wedding wo a wo ye yi we bi na me ko ntuma nyina enko ni nkoja ne ma me ekwan na bibia ntumi enya kamanti all roads leads to the State House memene da ne kwasi ada nyina be piem ti so hu asore no se mu so amu mem mutumi mem so na se be ne double track so a eno so nhye da anya bad sa ne double track ne ekwan.
All right, yeah, the same out to your double cut bro, most of it the sadness, and most of it, 99% of the headlines.
Never came up close to the man, but he's somebody I really, really admire. Yeah. He's somebody Obua Ghana ye papa. Especially when there's dispute. He comes in as somebody all of them respect and regard. Into a boy he's a very, very a big loss. Okay. And to me about who champagne for cry a manner and the year for Yakotron. And there's in fact we will get to know the man better after his death. Okay, but the didn't Mimi Kofi and 9 and I can was a man. They don't Mimi Kofi and 9 and can was a oh, that near Bruni. Okay, what problem? Near Bruni. Now Kofi and I was Switzerland. Yeah, only at the until be our traman on any idea. Yeah, nah,
okay, so yeah, sure, Wimbra, yeah, buy it and come on the swam say.
Dear friends and colleagues, saying goodbye is never easy. I have spent most of my life working with the United Nations. I feel it is my home. I can think of no other job in the world that would have been so rewarding. And I have met wonderful people along the way and made many friends around the world. It has been an extraordinary privilege to serve as Secretary General these last 10 years. I believe we can all feel proud of what we have done together in that time to address some of the world's most pressing challenges. Sometimes we have shared the exhilaration of success, such as winning the Nobel Peace Prize in 2001. At others, we have faced bitter trials, especially the tragic loss of 22 of our friends and colleagues in Baghdad in 2003. Without your support, I could not have achieved what I did or got through some very difficult times. And through it all, you, the staff, have maintained your professionalism and commitment and remained true to the spirit of the Charter and the principle of an independent international civil service. That principle remains central to the UN's mission, and I know you will continue to defend it. We now welcome a new Secretary General who will bring fresh energy and new ideas to the task. I know that he will find in you, as I have, the most talented, dedicated, and conscientious staff that anyone could hope for. As we begin the next phase of our lives, Nan and I will still be with you in spirit. I have often said that you can take the man out of the UN, but you can't take the UN out of the man. Thank you once again, my dear friends and colleagues. I will count on you to carry on your indispensable work, and I wish you all success in the years ahead.
I, Kofi Annan,
I, Kofi Annan,
solemnly swear
Kofi Annan was sworn in as head of the United Nations in December 1996, the first black African to become UN Secretary General and the first to be appointed from within the organisation. During his 2 terms in office, he used his position as one of the world's top diplomats to try to mediate in many different international crises. For him, the focus was always on the issues.
Leadership is not about the individual. When you have macho leaders who believe they have to shine and it all has to be about them, forgetting that what is required is the welfare of society and the people they serve.
Within 5 years of taking office, he'd been awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for revitalising the UN and for putting an emphasis on human rights. After 10 years as Secretary General, Mr. Annan had no thoughts of stepping out of the limelight, instead taking on other global roles, including becoming UN and Arab League Special Envoy to Syria, trying to end the civil war there. Already there have been many tributes from around the world for a leading diplomat who will be greatly missed.
I saw him only a couple of months ago and he seemed in very good health. I gather he was only taken ill about 2 weeks ago with pneumonia and turned out that he had a very aggressive leukemia which has carried him off very, very quickly, and neither his family nor anyone else, I think, really had the time to prepare themselves for this very, very great loss. He was an extraordinarily self-controlled, one might say a centered person, I think. I never saw him lose his temper. I never heard him raise his voice. If he was unhappy or uncomfortable, he would just get even quieter. You had a sort of sense of him withdrawing into himself. But he knew very well that as a diplomat, and particularly working for the United Nations, you don't achieve results by shouting at people. His achievements, well, I think there are many. I mean, there's one I particularly like to remind people of, which is when he brought together the leaders of all the big pharmaceutical companies and persuaded them to agree to reduce the price of antiretroviral drugs in poor countries. And this, I think, has enabled many people living with HIV and AIDS to survive. And I think probably thousands of people, at least in Africa, are alive today who would not be if he hadn't done that. So that's one. I wouldn't say it's a small example, but it's a very specific example. Of course, other things, a lot of diplomacy is about preventing conflict, but the conflicts you hear about are the ones which were not prevented. So, I mean, I think another achievement was there could very easily have been a war between Nigeria and Cameroon over the Bokassi Peninsula. I don't think more than a handful of people in the world today have heard of the Bokassi Peninsula, but were it not for Kofi Annan's very patient efforts.
He was this extraordinarily great man, but he cared so much for the underprivileged. He cared so much about young people being given the opportunity to contribute to the development of their own societies and so on and so forth. I hope and I pray that as fellow Ghanaians, we would respect this legacy, that we would try to do some of the things that he has urged not only us but the rest of the world to do. Let's trust young people, let's invest in young people. Those were his words. I think if we can do that, we will be paying a great tribute to him. He would not, in my view, be the one who wants a big military parade and all those things and so on and so forth. Because as I said, he always had this quiet dignity about him, not the flamboyant, demonstrative and so on and so forth. That would not be in the nature of the man. That's why I say that the best tribute we can pay to him is to do what he has advised us to do.
Well, Nana, just sum it up. Just describe the whole thing.
It's very difficult and now editing, and we've not had nipa ni sudden the bite to say so a gun and I mean cutting across.
We are seeing
that. We said there amount for Edine to Nelson Mandela one. Utumusa some of papa kind or you'll be on the bufukura no. Who person the boy food, you'll be who said, but man, who said the boy food said, watching home. Now I yet no one but or say a fancy at Tiamu. And fight nip any nipa yajuma, Yanti at Tiamu Kikamu, any Edina Anna Ahumamacho, and they said, Mina me minister, Mina me president, Mina me into my bag, mammy, madam, any idea I want to say, or you'll be a Brano or sit baby and talk about now Utumuso Bowremua and Yabasa. Now, being the first African, black African, and currently the only, to me rising to the top now. And it's soon buy or done a day. I mean, after him, not because he's a Ghanaian, but after him, you and General Secretary be a Nebiamide who's any other day. I mean, he brought some light. Echo you and from there on, no, to me say, being even in the seat, what to me a Nobel Peace Prize. Yeah, the Nigeria papa kura de me ma ye wa ha kura
okay, so I can't believe they do none so but because I hi Badwam on Adom TV multi TV. So just like I told you, all the papers is about Kofi Annan with the exception of one sad story of a pastor and then the family of Metimeko. But quickly, Nana, ma men draw paying for attention say matters of fuel kakra. They seem to be a bit of
But it's true.
Now it's 22.47 gallon. And you feel, yeah,
because that no kwabna.
Yeah, that's it.
To me carry me to 102 days you.
Yes, can you see your regulatory body? Regulatory body or more years animal, but I still obey me because where we are heading towards, anyone saying is going to be 23 cities. And Yadia, hands because I won't so no, but for time we will just draw your attention. There's an increase in fuel. Nti okoto adia definitely and we ntimi nyesuma si dwo
wan go konto
kwa we nyesuma si dwa
chese ya tum
okwa
chese wo kase ya tum
atum wa chese ho sa okoto ta okopuma okobabia ofebia.
This is a second shock.
And this first shock is a shock, but as I said man who said this is
but we must say regulatory body. But I say, yes, regulatory. You should bring in Galamsey into this.
Well,
so let's fight through
number
increment.
2, Nana.
Is the second fight?
Bom kakra. Unim bibi about sa cars on friend Pragiano.
Pragiano crowd, they all call Nigeria. One more friend say, Pumrefipo. Yeah, what is
the position of Ghana on Pragian? We go Omumumraso, the accidents.
Oh, Ghana and Kumasi. Kumasi. Na Kumasi in crying and cry no so papa.
But Kumasi,
I also know
weekend on course Pragia.
One woman red light. And some moto where cry moto. Oh, of course. My taxi drivers are not for your whole story by so Mukra Casa and they go my money idea. Can you buy the South a Nigerian one or me a Juma? Yeah, refugee and yeah, dancing. I mean, finding jobs for the youth is not bad, but it doesn't mean second nation. And I say, a three ties in now, regulations are useful for car and a question. What would you almost want to say? Crimea or use moto? Oh, and yeah, wait, that crown no more.
Let me see me appeal. Kumasi MT2 in for na fake.
Very bad, very bad.
There's too much indiscipline on Kumasi town. No. A driver for too much indiscipline.
But someone who say run about to you.
Oh, I said you feel good.
And run about who say you to me. So run about just so quite idea. Who say you to me? Who say you to me?
How much be on chair or
more beer crime? That's run about in there 7. That's a beer.
Well, Pembi Nursing and Midwifery Training College, one more friend, Himachi, I mean, Namia medium information, but when I was in Musuku fees, I can't money is a movie tree, 1,545. More one, a red pen, each a 1,915. Messer Pembi Nursing and Midwifery Training College for say, and she say, Musuku paying for any minister. Akokabum, a din komo.
So, how been
say, Nioma ba community bia moye calculations o mo je free mu no anti asia ye adwuma mo asese amasa sika na be 1,915 nti mu ntua mo fa asena so ma yera Amos Suk ono de san chire mu or the buy.
So how be obi ankwaji
musika. Obi ya mimi nda we are obi musuku no. Na omuntimi enkikensi ni. Afenesi ni.
And om the repen I into how be no krono be anim.
Okay, so the person call a man pastor loses family in home fire. Daily graphics say flags fly at half mast as world mourns Kofi Annan. Republic Bank meets new BOG minimum capital requirements. Herald say Martin Amidu plays dirty politics with his office. Afenyo Markin puts his private driver on Ghana water payroll. Pneumonia kills Kofi Annan at 80. The Chronicles say Kofi Annan's last wish, I will be in Accra over the coming months and hope to have the chance to personally express my sympathies. And to employ 3,000 youth next year. The Crusading Guide. Kofi Annan's death, rich tributes pour in as Ghana's flag fly at half-mast. And fire kills SDA pastor's family in-law at Dansuman. Daily Guide say, how Kofi Annan died, tributes flow. Gusi joins NDC race, and government chases 38 soldiers for cars. And Ivor grabs man of... Okay, the big one, pastor's wife, Kate burned to death. Finally, Kofi Annan, former UN Secretary General, dead. And President world leaders mourn Kofi Annan and once again.
Tini nyina asem kroya na won krata ni na muntina me so omro so brofo no yenko enim ni adeade.
Amen for
the amen and Star Life Assurance adaroma and ye den krata ni mun sembre wo yade enko ade so ko amen na akohwe apom de na mum ope insurance papa ya o mu claims wo mu ye ntemo a Star Life Assurance ya dachi bia 70 na Kofi Annan wo so wo bankran na de esi ni nti so wanfa no anya eja papa ena wantumi amobra papa FNC a na senkola no akoye toroka akoye homte semtimi srawo Ghana ha so de wanfa ho antwere bibi papa na asem to ho na beto pega nipa kuroma hwe kai enti bo won de afa wasem kodan Star Life no momo a na nema entumi enkoyie ma pa.
Let me make 3 statements. God is good.
God is good all the time.
God is good.
All the time God is good. Be so tabre.
God
is good. 3 statements be so tabre we Yole Kolendi what samini nyina abda no memene da oh news file so be no nkyere se from so be egu so ya nhwemu no koso nte
ye kwaba